Welcome, welcome,
Yes, yes,
welcome.
yes, 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 yes. Get it, get fly. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired.
Nigga, I got tired today. I didn't. Yeah, hey, I wasn't tired until I woke up 3 lanes over, and I was like, "This isn't safe."
It's like this is over.
Like, nah, I'm surprised I didn't crash today.
Damn, it was that bad.
Yeah, nah. I just said I woke up like 2 lanes over.
That's crazy, bro.
I was
Yo,
surprised.
have you ever tried to actually chew gum while you're drowsy and you're driving? Sometimes that helps a bit. I don't know if you've tried it though.
I didn't know. See, the thing is, I didn't know I was drowsy. Like, I
I
had
see.
gotten up. I was running errands. It wasn't like it was 9 in the morning, bro. It was like 11:40.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, I'd already been up. I'd like gone and run some errands. I was just coming from the check engine light came on. It was a gas cap, by the way.
Right.
So I was just having that looked at like it, and I literally was up running errands. I was on the way home or on the
Right.
way wherever I was at it, and I was driving and I woke up 2 lanes over, and I only knew it because I woke up. I heard a horn
Mm,
and immediately hit the brakes. And I looked
right.
up and I was 2 lanes from where I was on Broad Street. The lucky thing is my car tends to pull to the right.
Right.
Had it pulled to the right, I would have ran into the back of a parked car.
Oh yeah. You gotta be
Um,
careful, brother.
yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but luckily it pulled to the left, and
Right.
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I was maybe 5 minutes from the crib, and it was so like I got really disorientated. I didn't know
Right.
what, like I had to pull over because I couldn't. My mind could not register the difference between a green light and a red light and a stop sign. Like, I'm sitting at green lights.
Right.
Like, and I was like, "Yo, let me just pull over." I pulled over, took a quick
Yeah.
nap, got to the house, and I've been home since. Like, I've been
Crazy.
exhausted, bro. I'm exhausted back and forth and running
Yeah.
around and driving and
Coming to
being
the
up,
city, going back to Philly.
all times of fucking the night working and all times of the morning working and all times of the day working.
Right.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love
Right.
every fucking second of it. Um, but when they tell you people burn out from exhaustion, that shit is real. Like, I remember first time I heard that shit, I forgot who it was that like they said, "Oh, so and so passed out from exhaustion." I was like, "That's
Right.
some bullshit." And then as I started to like,
How old were you at the time?
I was probably like 21,
That explains it.
and I also wasn't anywhere near as into what we do now as I was then.
Correct.
Now that I'm like, this is this is life.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. It's way different,
It is. It really is.
and it's like I wake up and immediately get to doing something that has to do with my like with feeding myself, like with
Right.
feeding my household. With,
Right.
you know what I mean? It ain't, you know what I mean? I go to sleep doing that. Except for today and yesterday. I don't know what happened. I can't find my remote control to the TV. I had it on the couch and that shit just has gone missing. I done tore the
You
fucking
kind
couch
of
up.
you kind of said it the wrong way. You got to say remote control.
That's what I said. Remote control, right?
Remote control. Okay.
Remote control. But I can't find that shit. Now, how am I supposed to watch the games?
Um, the TV doesn't have like digital buttons or whatever they call it, like capacitive buttons underneath. You
How
may have
old
to
is your
check that.
TV? How old is your TV that you got compared? What is this? What is
It's
this?
from last year.
1997?
I got a 65-inch Samsung HD
1997?
TV.
What is
It's an
this?
LED TV that I'm looking at right now, and it has like capacitive buttons at least. I mean, if the control doesn't work, I mean, how is you supposed to change the channel or do an input or a source?
I'm not doing this with you, B.
I don't know,
Nigga,
man. I don't know what kind of TVs you be buying, bro.
I got a Samsung curved TV. You see my
I
TV?
got a Samsung too.
Yeah.
State of the art. It's a 2021 TV.
Shout out to Samsung. Send them new TVs this way.
Son of Sam.
So let's get to the show. You got
You gotta check in.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the show. You got some interesting thing to talk about today too. All right, but before we get there, it's your boy Sincere Da Vinci,
And your boy Jay Honey.
and this is the Jay Sin Podcast. We're shaking, folks.
Yeah. For those
all
tuning in at the moment, shout out to you.
Yes.
Thank you for the
Yes.
participation. Definitely.
Lisa said, "What's up, Elisa?" She said
She got Sony. Sony's a classic.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with a Sony.
Nah. She got Listen, Encarnacion. She got the Sony So NY, like the folks who make PlayStation. You heard?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to the first question. Why won't the Ravens pay Lamar Jackson? Okay, so in the past 48 hours.
Oh, you laughing. You laughing at another black man's misery.
That's not why I'm laughing. That's not why I'm laughing. Lamar, stop playing, B. I'm laughing because this is like the third week straight we've talked about Lamar Jackson's contract.
Yeah.
And every time it just gets slightly more disrespectful.
It does.
Not us, but what niggas is doing to Lamar Jackson.
And around things that are happening around Lamar Jackson as well.
So not only did Lamar not get his contract this week, the Eagles said, you know what, we're going to double down and give Jalen Hurts a $200 and something million contract.
With 180 in guaranteed.
180 guaranteed.
Sheesh.
That's right in the ballpark of what Lamar was asking for, except it's slightly less guaranteed money. But what this does even more is further make Lamar Jackson's contract demands look even more ridiculous. Because, yes, you won an MVP. Okay? He did not win an MVP. Jalen Hurts did not win an MVP. But he was 1 or 2 plays away from winning a Super Bowl.
Pretty
and
much.
Jalen Hurts was maybe a game or 2 away from winning an MVP had he not gotten hurt.
True.
And he asked for less money and less guaranteed money than what Lamar Jackson was
asking for. Right.
Do you think Lamar Jackson needs to rethink his contract, or do you think that he stands firm that he deserves his money?
I think it's a little bit of both. I just feel like the Ravens should meet him halfway because right now things are just looking bad, I think, for both parties because the Ravens, as we speak, don't have a quarterback and Lamar Jackson doesn't have a team. So
and then they went and gave this nigga OBJ like that was a consolation prize.
Exactly. So it's like it just looks bad on both ends. They just need to like step in a room and just hash things out. I feel like, I mean, once a wise man told me, he said, you're only as good as your last deed. He told me this a long time ago. This is like my first corporate job. I'd say back in like 2006 or something like that. And back, segregation days, like certain people call it here. And so he told me, he was like, you're only good as your last deed because as soon as you have a mishap or do a mistake or you kind of like double cross someone in any way, they're going to forget everything good you did for them, basically.
Oh, yeah. Big facts.
And they're just going to focus on the negative. And that actually happens in a lot of cases. And I think it's happening in this case where the Ravens, and Lamar, there was such a good combination. Everything was going well. John Harbaugh and, the offensive staff and everybody was getting along, with Lamar Jackson. They were looking at him as like the next, as the next franchise quarterback, basically, after Joe Flacco's departure. And, everything was going swell. Everything was going good up until the Browns decided to start browning. They gave Deshaun Watson this incredible contract that I don't think we're ever going to see ever again because it actually goes against the actual structure of the NFL to sign someone for that much money and for it all to be guaranteed. So I think Lamar Jackson is still in that Deshaun Jackson, now Jalen Hurts kind of cloud. He wants to land like somewhere in between there And I think he's going to have to scale it down a little bit. And then I think the Ravens on the other end, they're going to have to try to meet him somehow in the middle. But I do feel like he deserves to get paid what he's worth, but they have to meet a middle ground. It can't just be just one side. All sides, I think, have to be happy in this case. And right now, it's just not looking good for both parties, I think.
I feel, first off, Cuddy says pay that man.
Of course, definitely. He's the best option you got at quarterback. I totally agree.
I think best option at quarterback is a true statement, but he's also a top 5 quarterback. I believe Lamar Jackson is a top 5 quarterback. My issue with paying him,
I'd say top 10. I don't know about top 5, but if
I'm
he's top 5, he'd be 5. Then
I'll give you that. I can give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you 5. I don't think he's top 3, but because if he was, I would have just said top 3. He's definitely 4 or 5. Right. Like he's definitely 4 or 5 to me. But when you have that kind, quarterbacks are hard to come by, especially a top 5 quarterback.
Very true.
They're hard to come by. You keep them. The only issue that I have with Lamar's contract at this point is you go by, unfortunately, you kind of go by what the landscape is.
The market.
You go by what the market is. When running backs was getting stupid contracts a couple years ago, it was because Todd Gurley and them niggas had pushed those contracts to astronomical places. So, and they compare you to your contemporaries.
Correct.
So if the gentleman in Jalen Hurts, who has now gone to the Super Bowl, he hasn't won an MVP, but he's gone to the Super Bowl, was a borderline MVP, is a starter on a Super Bowl bound, or at least a playing for Super Bowl, Super Bowl contending
team, right?
Who also is not just a passing quarterback, uses his legs. That is super important,
of course,
for this argument, because part of it is they don't want to give you that money because you're a mobile quarterback. Living outside of the pocket, we all know as a quarterback is dangerous. Will shorten your expectancy. Will shorten your career. Will get you hurt and leave your team in a bad position.
I.e. Mike Vick,
RG3, like we could go through the list. Byron Leftwich, like we can continue this. Yes. But the point is that they don't want to give you that guaranteed money, and you're not guaranteed to be able to play because you're always out of the pocket. Jalen Hurts I think Jalen has a better resume than Lamar Jackson at the moment. I don't think he has a better career resume because his career isn't as long. But I think that he has a better resume as of right now, and he has put his stamp on this is what is acceptable at this level. You asking for more than that almost seems asinine when you are measured by your contemporary. Your contemporary was just in the Super Bowl and didn't get that kind of money. Your contemporary put up numbers as good as, if not slightly better than yours.
And he wasn't an MVP.
And he wasn't an MVP, and this is what he received.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be hard for Lamar Jackson to get the full guaranteed 200 that he wants, but I do think it is very doable if he's willing. Rumors had it they offered him 3 years at 130.
Right.
If they're willing to
fully guaranteed.
Right. If they're willing to do maybe
150.
150 for 4 years, I think that might be the right number. We'll see. So,
I mean that's what we think. And just to add something else to this conversation that we're having is the fact that I don't know, bro. Like I can understand you get in the bag, and I can't even knock you for that because this is something you've earned. This is something that you've worked for practically your entire life. Right. So I totally respect that. I just think personally that you have to think about the team as well, bro. You have to have reliable pieces around you. You have to have good receivers around you. You have to have a reliable offensive line. Maybe you want to keep certain coaches in the fold or whatever the case is, and there's just not enough money to go around. And we're talking about a salary cap league. So you're chewing so much, or you're going to chew, or you're trying to chew so much of the salary cap that you're not going to leave a lot of room for a lot of the other skill positions where the Ravens actually need help. And I don't mean to bring this up or compare him to this person that I'm about to mention next, but I think that's one of the great qualities that the GOAT, Tom Brady, had, in a sense, where he would constantly restructure his contracts. He would take less money in order to have a squadron around him full of, skillful players, at the skill positions. So I feel like at times, we kind of get lost in the sauce in the sense where, we got to give this quarterback this money. We got to pay this quarterback this money. But there's a salary cap that we have to respect. And we also want to crowd this great player around other good to great players as well. And sometimes I feel like in that passion or in that pursuit to get that type of contract, we kind of lose ourselves a little bit, and I don't know, for instance, me, maybe if I was in that, maybe I'm talking shit. It could be. I'm not in that position. I'm not in Lamar's position. So I could be talking shit right now. I'm just saying that I think I'd be selfless enough to think, you know what, if they're offering me 130 guaranteed, this is something that I've never had in my life. And it'll be an ultimate privilege to continue playing, for instance, for this franchise or whatever the case is that drafted me, at least. And at least there's going to be enough space to get other players to come aboard, and we could do this together, and reach incredible heights and reach a Super Bowl, but to each his own.
At least say, can't let your ego be the best of you as an athlete. Exactly, E. Exactly. Last thing I'm gonna say on this, and we can move on. And I'm not gonna use Lamar Jackson as the example to this, because I don't want to wish any bad on that man's career. First and foremost, the way I always look at things, again, I tend to look at things on the very big picture scale. I lose details in some of the things sometimes, and I have to zoom back in. But I focus on the larger picture scale so much, and that's what helps keep me focused on. That is what helps keep me focused on the bigger, the bigger issue is remembering where I'm going, remembering where I am headed, remembering what's on the agenda.
Right.
I might want 150 million.
Okay.
And I know that shit. I can't. I know at 150, but we got a salary cap. Yeah, I'm paid, but how good is it that I'm paid and I'm getting fucked up every year, and I'm not playing for a championship in my respective sport? How much does that money actually matter? Or I could take 130 or 120,
right?
Go and get actual skill players to help me at these positions, actually play for a ring every year, get the bonuses that come with each playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
The incentives that come with the Super Bowl, that come with the advertisements for being a winning franchise or franchise player, not only regionally, but once you get to those Peyton Mannings, those Gronkowskis, those bigger names, those Dak Prescotts, those Patrick Mahomes, where you're doing nationwide State Farm commercials,
right?
Chunky's commercials,
Subways.
When you're doing movie cameo, they have
big brands
about athletes. Movies, you're doing cameos. You're doing you got like LeBron. You got TV shows.
There's so many avenues.
There's so many avenues to get to the bag. That if I'm cutting 20 million out of somewhere, I'm gonna get it somewhere else.
Or you can invest to get that too.
That's just me. Or you can take the shot on yourself and Dennis Schroeder yourself. Moving on. Quick question.
Yes, sir.
we was having a conversation,
We sure were.
and I was talking to my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and I told my wife I had some chicken. It was spicy chicken. I don't like spicy, and that my butthole was not the same as it was previously.
Sound like it was on fire.
It was crazy. This was the middle of the night chicken from the other night. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I feared that this hot chicken may have forever changed me. And I told my wife, "What are you doing? I'm mute you while you do this noise making."
I felt like caressing the mic.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you did that. But so my she was like, "Oh no, that's okay. That's all you." I was like, "No, you gotta."
Yeah, that's a big AO too, by the way.
I'm like, first off, no. Like, first off, you should be concerned about, because this is a teen problem. She was like, "This is not no teen problem. I don't have no relationship with your butthole." I said, "Wait a minute. What do you mean you ain't got no relationship with my butthole? I got a relationship with your butthole." And she said, "No, you don't." I said, "The hell I don't. I done been face to face with your booty hole. We done had conversations." Okay? Which leads me to ask people.
Interesting.
Are you in a relationship with the booty hole? Do you be in a relationship with the booty hole? Because
I try to be in a relationship with the booty hole, but they kind of like take that opportunity away from me. But I be trying to conversate with the booty hole, but they don't be making the booty hole available like that. So, it make me feel some sort of way.
The booty hole is nowhere near as accessible as it should be. It's not as accessible.
It's not, but, when you're in between the sheets, obviously, with your lady, it's a lot closer than you think. So, that being said, I've tried to have conversations, but I guess I haven't gotten there yet with the wife, but maybe someday.
Okay, well,
but I'm trying. Like, I'm like that dude that's like trying to get out of that friend zone of the booty hole to try to like form something more.
I'm trying to bond with the booty hole.
Exactly.
You gotta get real close.
So it's like I'm trying to like whisper sweet nothings to it.
Word.
I'm trying to like take it out, on a date. At least just give me the opportunity, nice movie, dinner,
Word. You gotta get close up on it and just blowing it just a little bit, just blowing it just a little bit. Let her know that you care. Soft caresses.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not always there to mistreat it. We're not all like I think sometimes
we're not only there to put our thumbs in it and that's
we just want to appreciate the booty hole too. Yeah. Once we appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Definitely gonna have to censor this one for the kids too. But go ahead, I understand.
This shit, it's crazy, but it is what it is. I just wanted y'all opinion.
Yeah. Somebody let us know. Are you in a relationship with the booty hole?
No, you didn't. At least hell no. Conversate is crazy. She said, "Fuck the booty hole."
The booty hole.
What about the
pussy hole?
I mean
that's always gonna
get all the love.
Yeah, exactly.
You get all the love. Like
you have to be able to spread the love sometimes too. You can't just keep the attention on one side,
Yeah, Stacy says, "Yes, sir, as long as it's not mine." So wait, what do you mean?
Wait a
second. Relationship as long as it. So you want a relationship with the other person's booty hole, but you don't want a relationship with your booty hole, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Come through, Stacy. Just make sure we got that understood.
So selfish.
I mean, first off, I don't want you to have a relationship with my booty hole. Okay, she said correct.
I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you. I mean, Wade feels differently.
I mean, that's
exactly.
That's for that man. I'm not in that man's bedroom. Whatever that man do in his bedroom, kudos. Hey, kudos. Kudos, my what you eat don't make me shit. You know what I mean? Who you fuck don't make me come. So kudos, G. Stacy says that is correct. She would like a relationship with the booty hole.
Someone else's booty hole, not hers.
So Stacy, now I'm gonna ask. I'm put you on the spot a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if Okay, hold on. My booty hole is celibate, but I may find myself making out with someone else's.
Someone else's.
Okay, so Stacy, question: Does it does it matter if it's a man or a woman's booty hole, or are you an equal opportunist when it comes to the booty holes? Let us know. Are you an equal opportunist?
Booty hole eater.
Not the booty. Are you tossing salads for both genders? Is what.
Damn, you took it to bring the pain. You took it back to bring the pain, Chris Rock, bro.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Toss salad, man.
Toss salad, man. All right, while we wait on Stacy to let us know if you know. Oh, wait, there she goes. She says, nope, I'm an equal opportunist. All right.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. She's a switch hitter.
There we go.
Let's get it.
Shout out Stacy. Hope all is well.
Yes. Shout out Stacy. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
Thank you for everyone else who's tuning in at the moment.
Yep. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic.
Yes, sir.
So you remember them big ass red boots, the big red boots that was floating around?
The Mario.
The Astro Boys, technically.
The Astro Boys, right.
Well, they remade them, and now somebody remade them. They painted them, it looks like. But they're in Timberland colors now.
Oh, they trying to disrespect
They made
us
them in Timberlands, and he wore them on a train with a whole fit and all that. Would you wear the Timberland big red boots?
That's a quick no, and he deserved the 8-ball jacket slapped for that. If he was on the train, I'd hope somebody would give him an 8-ball jacket slap across the face for wearing them boots. I mean, you could tell that people are just wearing them just to gain attention, basically, at this point. Because there's no real reason why in New York you're gonna wear something like that and feel proud of yourself.
Okay, so no. This is a real quick one. I just needed to answer. No, I'm not wearing these out in public. Although I'm not gonna stunt on you. I would wear them just for a picture, like to say out like for a picture, you know? I would take them for like a photo shoot.
Maybe.
And then like I would need you to understand. Remember like Fight for New York? Remember that game, Def Jam Fight for New York?
Yes.
I would be the most dead ass nigga in New York of all time to have these boots on.
With the Timberland Astro boots?
I would be the most dead ass nigga of all time, B.
Okay.
Of all time.
Just for pictures. I got you.
Just for pictures. Stacy said disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
But yeah, I'd be the most dead ass nigga of all time, B. So
copy that.
All right. So man on plane loses it over the crying baby.
He really lost it.
And
Pop Folk, you have to see this man go crazy, go ballistic, hearing a baby scream for more than 40 minutes, he said?
Yeah, it was 40 minutes. It was a flight from New York to, I think it was New York to Orlando. But the baby was crying for over 40 minutes.
It was Florida bound, I think.
Yeah, it was Florida bound. And the baby was crying for over 40 minutes. And this black man lost it. And he was complaining about the baby. They had to get staff over to talk to him. And he started screaming. Talking about, I'm not screaming, but if you want me to scream, I can scream. Why y'all over here talking to me? Why don't somebody go shut up that baby? And
exactly. And there was like, sir, stop screaming. He was like, the baby's screaming.
You're like, did he pay extra for that shit? Did he pay extra to be up here fucking screaming this whole time?
Yeah.
How did you feel about this man losing it over the baby on the plane?
I'll be quite honest. I'm actually torn because I kind of feel him in a sense, because you get on a plane, for instance, and you're in a cabin and you're going to be in this cabin probably for at least an hour, I'd say. So, for 40 minutes of that time or during that time span to hear a baby scream, it's very annoying. I've been through that experience myself. It's never brought me to a boiling point, but I can understand how that situation can bring someone to a boiling point, because we're all human and we could only take but so much. Maybe he was having a bad day that day, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back in this case. And he just decided to just lash out. At least, you know, he didn't. His intent wasn't to hurt anyone. You know, he wasn't trying to like, you know, slap the baby, or he wasn't trying
Not
to slap the baby. It wasn't.
Slap
He,
the baby.
he
Hey,
wasn't
shut that baby
trying-
up. Shut that baby up. Before I give it a little bit of Raja father.
knock that baby out.
Niggas knocking out babies on plays? That's crazy.
Nah, but I'm saying, but I feel where he's coming from, because sometimes you're like, yo, could the parents do something to shut the baby up, perhaps in some way with a passy or something like that? But then I understand again, you know, we're talking about a baby. The baby's actually uncomfortable, you know, in the plane. I think planes are very uncomfortable for babies. So that side of me understands that as well. So that's why I told you in the beginning that I'm just completely torn with the situation.
All right. True, but screaming more. At least it said true, but screaming more to add to the noise doesn't make it better. I think
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But you know what? I'm gonna say this.
Mhm.
I'm also torn here because there's a part of you as a mature person, as an adult, that tells you like, you know it's a baby, you know that it's crying, you know that, and you're right. In a normal coming and going, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. But everybody has a breaking point.
That's what I mentioned.
Everybody has a breaking point. Whether it, we don't know what that man had been through. We don't know nothing about that man at all. We don't know where that man was coming from. For all we know, he was going to bury his kids who were just killed in a massive shooting. Like, we don't know nothing about what that man's mind state was. And that baby crying for 40 minutes straight could have just been
his breaking point.
It could have been his breaking point. And no, me screaming doesn't fucking shut that baby up, but it makes me feel better.
Because you're kind of venting.
I'm venting about it. I'm getting it off, and I'm letting you know your baby's an asshole. Your baby is an asshole. For crying for 40 minutes. Your baby is an asshole for crying for 40 minutes on this plane.
Oh, man.
And you are the parents of an asshole because you couldn't figure out a way to shut him the fuck up in 40 minutes.
For 40 minutes. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, come on. Y'all have 40 minutes. You can do something to
like
calm the baby down.
Take like put a little bit of liquor. Put a little bit of liquor in the baby. And
like, let's say,
the baby, like put some Robitussin.
Just you know, just for speculation's sakes. I mean, maybe they could have stood up with the baby, walked around the plane, maybe, if they were able to stand up at that point, obviously. Right. Get up with the baby, walk around with it, you know, like just try.
Why was the baby crying for 40 minutes? Maybe it's
that's the next thing.
There's the next question. Like, so
should that baby, you know, should have been on board? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know these things.
Right. And so again, when I hear shit like this, it's funny because the headline and it's funny in the moment. But the reality is these moments don't ever just happen. It's not like somebody just went crazy because the baby was crying. Now, that's not normal behavior. Right. That's not normal behavior. There's a reason that baby was crying for 40 minutes. And there's a reason that man reacted that way to hearing that baby for 40 minutes. It's just usually adults behave better because we are trained better. But I hate the fact that we're told that because he reacted a certain way that he's wrong. No, he's not wrong. He's reacting to his fucking environment. He has every right to be upset that there is a baby fucking crying on a plane ride that he paid. This isn't somebody gave him some shit. I paid for the plane ride.
Yeah.
I did not pay to listen to your baby cry for 40 minutes. Right. I did not do that. I did not pay to be made uncomfortable for 40. Like, no, that's not what happened. Now, but you can't control that.
Of course
you can't control that. But, you know, again, he has the right to be frustrated. He has the right to be frustrated. Pretending like people don't have the right to be frustrated when something is very frustrating.
Right.
It's frustrating.
Like a baby crying for 40 minutes.
Exactly. He says, I'm torn too. It didn't bother me because I have kids. If I was there, I would have tried to help. Right. The baby could be colic. You're right.
That's true.
And again, we're not saying that there's something wrong with that. With my biggest issue is, yes, to the extent of where he went with it was over the top.
Of course.
But people acting like you don't ever get frustrated.
Exactly.
At
lash out
things
and actually raise your voice.
Crazy. Yeah, no, that's wild. That's
Yeah,
why.
and then you're gonna judge a person based on that, and then the stereotypes, come leaking as well, and it's just like it's just stupid.
It's crazy. Next up, this conversation I was looking forward to having.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-COVID is back, and it's nasty.
Why would you
Real
want to
nasty.
look forward to speaking about COVID?
Because this is nasty. Pre-COVID. We're not talking about COVID. We're talking about how you savages was living before COVID.
You talking about those kind of people that would go into the bathroom, not wash their hands?
Yeah.
Kind of people.
Yeah, them niggas. Them niggas is outside. Them niggas
Yeah,
is
they
outside.
back outside. Yeah, they nasty. They back outside.
Bro, we went and got sandwiches the other day, right? We're gonna get to that. We went and got sandwiches, B.
Mm-hmm.
And there was groups of niggas outside just next to each other in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's nasty, B. That's
Yeah,
nasty.
it is.
Niggas just outside in circles, B. Just
Yeah,
huddled
that's
up.
nasty.
That's
Yeah.
nasty, B.
Yeah.
You niggas is nasty, B. You niggas is getting corner store sandwiches after dapping your mans in them up.
Yeah.
After getting off the train, opening that sandwich up and eating the sandwich, B. No
Without
sanitizer.
washing your hands.
No
or
sanitizer
nothing.
in sight, B. You niggas is nasty. You niggas is nasty.
Nasty.
Nasty. You out here having one night stands and eating the booty on the first night, you nasty, B.
Exactly.
You niggas is
You-
nasty.
You don't even know her or him from a can of paint, and you eating the booty?
Nasty.
You eating the groceries already? It's too early for that.
Nasty.
Too early.
I'm watching folk out here cough into their hands, and then put their hands on subjects, the walls, press buttons
Hell no.
on the buttons,
doorknobs.
and then want to shake. That's nasty, B.
Nah.
You niggas is living foul.
Hell yeah.
You niggas is living real foul.
Bro, they really back because I know a few people that I really don't speak to anymore, but I know how they get down where they don't take a shower at night before they go to bed. That's nasty too.
That's crazy.
After a whole day of work, you gonna fall asleep and not take a shower?
I mean, it depends.
Nasty, nigga.
I mean, it depends on if you're working.
After
if you're working at home.
No, I'm saying if you working outside. You've been on the train, you've been on the bus, or you've been in traffic, and your underwear smell like something crazy, and you coming home and you're not taking a shower to go straight to bed. Oh no, you nasty.
That's crazy. You niggas out here not wearing deodorant. It done broke 73 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's
nasty.
crazy.
You nasty.
That's crazy. You still put Tussie on your door, the roll-on joint on your little kids. And you know she started smelling? She started smelling in 4th grade. She in 7th grade now. Give her deodorant. That's crazy. That's real crazy. That's nasty. That do-rag you had on all wintertime, you ain't washed that.
Not once.
You ain't washed it once.
That flight jacket that you wore the whole winter too, you never washed it either? You nasty.
Crazy. That's nasty, B. You niggas is nasty. Real nasty. Hold on, what about the white lady that got beat up for telling the black lady she can't eat at the hotel? I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah,
Please, tell. I deal with her every day, and they do some nasty shit. Yeah, they do. They do. Nasty. Yo, tourists is nasty, B.
Bro,
nasty.
Saturday, I was in Yankee Stadium, and I went into the bathroom, and I saw like 5 people use the urinals, and those 5 people just left. Boated.
It's a crazy world. Hands. It's a crazy world we live in.
That's nasty.
It's a crazy world we live in.
You nasty. Okay?
Crazy world we live in.
Yeah, and for you ladies getting all them panties together and putting them in the washing machine, you nasty too. Should be washing that shit in the bathtub.
Oh no, not the bathtub. Not the sink though. Don't put those in the sink. That's nasty.
Nah. But
I gotta brush my teeth there, B.
Don't take a group of shitty drooly panties together and throw them all in the washing machine. That's nasty. You nasty.
That's nasty, B. I gotta brush my teeth in the sink. This basin right here, my face go here, B.
Exactly.
Don't put your drawers here, B. Don't put those here.
Just when you shower, wash your drawers and then throw them in the hamper or whatever.
That's nasty. That's real. Nasty. That's gross. That's gross. That's gross. How many times?
2-week-old panties, in a hamper, and then you taking it out from there and throwing them in the washing machine. You nasty.
Why is there another man condom still in this garbage can?
Exactly.
Why is this condom still here?
Exactly.
That's nasty.
You nasty.
That's nasty. That's mad nasty.
That's disgusting.
And use detergent, not body soap. Yeah, there you go. Who uses body soap as detergent? You niggas is living a different kind of existence. Y'all living a different kind of existence. I'm tired
nasty.
You nasty. We getting out of here. I don't even want to talk about this no more. You niggas is gross. All right. So yesterday, a couple days ago, I had a couple studio sessions, and Jay had a couple studio sessions. Shout out to Lounge Studios.
Shout outs to Michelle.
Like family. Shout out Michelle Ava Rain. She got a new joint on the way coming. Kissing You in a couple days.
Yeah,
crazy
R&B track.
Crazy. Shout out to Blue. Shout out to everybody that was there, man. Shout out to Blake. Blake. Shout out to Waves Manufacturing. I got some paperwork in my inbox. Didn't sign it yet, so we can't talk about it. But we will do that next week.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so with that said, I've been working on this song, and I got this joint that came in my inbox from my homeboy Lethal Dose. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
And I've been sitting on it for like a year or so. But when I got it, I heard it, and I literally said, "Oh, I gotta get Jay on this. I gotta get Jay on this." So after some time and having him write and rewrite, we was in the studio. Jay finally got the full artist experience for the first time. Like the studio booked out.
Yeah.
We in there eating, whatever, make him comfortable. We got the if you didn't look
basketball
at
game going.
Yeah, we got the game on the big screen phone. We got the booth set up. We got the whole it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe for real. Definitely. And Jay had to, he had to go in there and do his artist thing. How did it feel as an artist the first time? How was the vibe walking into the studio? I really want to get to how it felt for you the first time, because I remember what it felt like walking into a real. And then, again, this is not your first time walking into a studio.
No, but an official studio.
But you've been a Smash with me.
No, but to actually record.
That's about to say, as the artist,
right?
How was it as the artist? How was it this time walking in and knowing that you was having to put some work in?
First and foremost, brother, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to thank you, for thinking of the kid, as soon as that beat came on, that they sent you. And, I was honored, I had hope to do it, a little bit sooner in a sense, but, you have to let things happen in its due time, in a sense, and I feel like I'm a believer in God, and I feel like you have to let things happen on his perfect timing. So that time just had to be now, and I'm cool with it either way. And other than that, I'm just grateful. In terms of the experience, my goodness, the last time I went in a booth to actually record, it was literally 20 years ago. And I was basically the mockery or the butt of all jokes, because the person that was actually producing, he didn't have a lot of patience or anything like that. The person who was handling, the Pro Tools, he didn't have a lot of patience. And I just heard them talking smack in the room. Who is this guy? I mean, when is this guy going to get this together? Whatever the case is. I didn't know about punch-ins. I didn't know about any of that stuff. No dubs, no punch-ins. I didn't know about any of that stuff back then. So, I could have just told him listen, all right, it seems like I'm frozen in one part, but just punch me in so I could come in again, with the second part or whatever the case is of the verse. And, I'll eventually, get it together, even if I have to perform it or whatever the case is. So basically they didn't have no patience with me. So I just left the booth frustrated, You know, I grew up around hip hop, so one of my aspirations was always, to just rap. Being born and raised basically in East New York, those are one of my desires. Aside from like playing basketball or being a professional athlete, either playing baseball or football, rapping was also included as well, and it's something that I have a deep passion for, and I have more of a passion for writing music than interpreting it because I don't feel like I'm such a great interpreter, and I don't think I have the voice to interpret in a sense. And maybe that first experience that I had, this was in somebody's house where they set up a studio. It kind of like drew me away from that. So it just turned me into like a person that just, continuously writes things. And, if there's any producers out there, I'm always willing to write, a verse for anybody or even write a whole song for anybody in the English or Spanish language to be exact. But the whole experience, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I felt right at home. I felt like it's something that I had to like kind of get off my back and finally like get in the studio and just, at least finish a song with someone or finish my verse or whatever the case is. And it was wonderful, being the age that I'm at now to fulfill that. It just felt great all around. And once again, I'm thankful to you. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm just thankful to just be in the situation, to be in the predicament, to be a part of a Sincere Da Vinci project. It's an absolute honor to me. And, I don't know. I can't say nothing more. I'm just completely grateful and thankful for everything.
That's dope, man. I'm glad you were able to do it. I never set you up for failure. So when I heard it, I was like, this is great. This is right up your alley. I can see you doing this. And you did not by any means let anybody down. Like anybody who's heard it so far was like, yo, this nigga Jay was like, yeah.
Also, people outside of the studio have heard it too.
Yeah, a couple people have heard the rough draft, the rough draft of it, and it was like, nah, that nigga went dumb. I was like, I'm telling you, like I definitely showed up to the track with chancletas and a drink, and I was like, yo, Jay, here. And you definitely was like, yo, I got this for you. I was like, yeah. It was like, yeah. Because they was like, yo, your verse definitely fit, and it was very fitting. But Jay's drink gave it the energy. I was like, yeah, and I was on vacation. Like I'm here. Like for me, when I envisioned it was a party. I told you, but when I'm at a party, I'm in my own section with my folks. I'm lounging. I'm not
exactly.
I'm chilling. I'm
usually the one dancing.
Right. And every now and then I'll dance with you, but usually I'm chilling. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. I'm feeling the vibe, and that's what it sounds like. It feels like I was just chilling, and because the whole verse is me literally talking to the waitress. If you understand that, then you'll hear it even in the verse when I'm telling her. You hear me going over the different tequilas they had. It was like, okay, me and my amigos. Now it's Casamigos. I get it. Shit changed with the time. I'm going over Patron. I'm like personally Don Julio 42 is my favorite, but whatever is fine. Like literally, I'm telling her. Like I'm speaking to the waitress as I'm making my order at the table.
Right.
And it's like, I'm gonna do a little something. I got these shoes on.
Your verse was fantastic, by the way, sir.
I appreciate it, but it was definitely more laid back. But your shit was definitely yeah. When you came on, I was like, "Oh, this nigga got it." Like he gave me everything I needed. So, but I'm happy to have it, G. I'm happy to have if you want it. I look forward to moving forward. I look forward to seeing what this could do. The Latin community is a huge community. It's a huge market, and they love good music, and we love them. So we'll see what this does when we push it this summer. So
is this I don't know if you could say it on here, but is it for promo or is it for like a project or?
It's going on the EP that's coming out soon, and it's going to be pushed out for licensing and syncing, which is why I needed you to have all of your paperwork correct.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I'm at loss for words because I was thinking like this is just like for promo or something.
Oh no, this is
wow.
This one is getting a big push. So yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to assimilate this. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, my ladies and gentlemen, We appreciate y'all tuning in. It has been a nice 50 minutes. We're gonna try to go get these games. I'm gonna try to go find my fucking remote control. Yeah. The excitement in your face just now, Jay. Stacy is excited for you.
Thank you, Stacy.
So we appreciate you, Stacy. We love you truly.
Man.
Yeah, Stacy, I've known her. We're not gonna talk about years. We ain't gonna age ourselves like that, but yeah, I've known her forever pretty much. She's near and dear to me. So
that's family then.
Yeah, to everybody else, please, please, please be safe out here. Be same with Elisa. Actually, I've known Elisa longer than I've known Stacy. By maybe like a year. But both are high school. Both the high school. I've known E since I was a freshman in high school. I've known E since I was a freshman in high school. She's always been like a big sister to me. Love you guys. I enjoy every episode I catch. Yes, please don't forget, if you can't get it live, go to the podcast. Go to the podcast on the Apple joint. Go to Spotify. Go to SoundCloud. It's all there. Go to YouTube. It's all there.
Yeah,
so if you don't catch it live, it's all there.
Yep.
Ladies and gents, this is it for the show. We love y'all.
Love you too, Stace.
We out here. All right.
Cheer.